As the ferrywoman of souls, I have a vested interest in the dead staying dead. SCP-049 has been ruining my afterlife for the last 70 years. Let's cope.
You think you cured those people?
Indeed. My cure is most effective.
But the things we recovered were not human.
Now, this is a Euclid class SCP, and this video does contain scenes of surgery, dismemberment, experimentation, violence, and blood.
Damn.
SCP-049 is a humanoid entity roughly 1.9 meters in height, which bears the appearance of a medieval plague doctor. While SCP-049 appears to be wearing the thick robes and the ceramic mask indicative of that profession, the garments instead seem to have grown out of SCP-049's body over time, and are now nearly indistinguishable from whatever form is beneath them.
So I guess if you take the robes off, there's just like nothingness underneath it, maybe. That's kind of crazy that there's no structure, I guess, fully holding the clothes together.
X-rays indicate that despite this, SCP-049 does have a humanoid skeletal structure beneath its outer layer. While SCP-049 is generally cordial and cooperative with Foundation staff, it can become especially irritated or at times outright aggressive if it feels that it is in the presence of what it calls the pestilence. Although the exact nature of this pestilence is currently unknown to Foundation researchers, it does seem to be an issue of immense concern to SCP-049.
That's so weird.
SCP-049-2 instances are reanimated corpses that have been operated on by SCP-049. These instances do not seem to retain any of their prior memories or mental functions, having only basic motor skills and response mechanisms. While these instances are generally inactive, moving very little and in a generally ambulatory fashion, they can become extremely aggressive if provoked, or if directed to by SCP-049.
He's like Nemesis in fucking Dead by Daylight, where he just like randomly makes fucking zombies.
SCP-049-2 instances express active biological functions, though these are vastly different from currently understood human physiology. Despite these alterations, SCP-049 often remarks that the subjects have been cured. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-049 is contained within a standard secure humanoid containment cell in Research Sector 02 at Site 19.
Bro, this looks like some fucking goth kinky shit. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
SCP-049 must be sedated before any attempts to transport it. During transport, SCP-049 must be secured within a Class 3 humanoid restriction harness, including a locking collar and extension restraints, and monitored by no fewer than 2 armed guards. In the event SCP-049 becomes aggressive, the application of lavender has been shown to produce a calming effect on the entity. Once calmed, SCP-049 generally becomes compliant and will return to containment with little resistance.
I'll just give him a bit of lavender and then he starts feeling a bit sleepy and he chills out and then we send him back. Hit him with the lavender pillow mist. Dude chills the fuck out.
SCP-049 was discovered during the investigation of a series of unknown disappearances in the town in southern France. During a raid on a local home, investigators found several instances of SCP-049-2 as well as SCP-049. While law enforcement personnel engaged the hostile 049-2 instances, SCP-049 was noted as watching the engagement and taking notes in its journal. After all of the 049-2 instances were dispatched, SCP-049 willingly entered Foundation custody.
Is it maybe viewing the Foundation as a way of like conducting more tests?
The following interview was conducted by Dr. Raymond Ham during the initial investigation.
This is your laboratory. I had wondered, as clean as it is, and with such little trace of the pestilence here.
What do you mean?
The scourge, the great dying. So many have succumbed, and many more will continue to.
The entities our agents encountered at the house, you reanimated them.
You see things too simply, Doctor. Expand your horizons, life and death, sickness and health. These are amateur terms for amateur physicians.
I think he thinks he's better than everyone else. I don't like him. He's got like an air of like mystery to him that is very unsettling.
You think you cured those people?
Indeed. my cure is most effective.
But the things we recovered were not human.
Yes, it is not a perfect cure, but that will come with time and further experimentation.
Okay, I understand. It's a work in progress. Okay. Makes sense.
I've spent a lifetime developing my methods, Dr. Ham, and will spend a lifetime more if necessary. Now, we have wasted too much time.
So this guy has like an expiry date, unless he's talking about like a human lifetime, which is actually makes things even more creepy.
I will require a laboratory of my own, one where I can continue my research unimpeded. And assistance, of course, though I can provide those on my own. In time.
A lot of the SCPs, they don't die, right? I don't know if there is an SCP that exists that has like died in a natural sense.
While SCP-049 is capable of communicating in a very human way, there is a strange sense of unease that one experiences when in its presence. Make no mistake, there is something very uncanny about this entity indeed. Additionally, we've confiscated that pointed stick that SCP-049 keeps waving around. Part of this was due to standard confiscation protocols for the possession of anomalies, and part because 049 really is a menace swinging it around like he does.
Bro, dude's just like an old man just pointing at things with this fucking stick and knocking people out. I fucking love it.
The following is a log of several occasions during which SCP-049 was observed operating on a mammalian corpse. Observational log 049 Oscar Lima 1 summary. Subject: SCP-049. Preface: a test subject, D85123, was introduced into SCP-049's containment cell. The entity expressed sincere gratitude towards all members of the containment and research staff.
They've gotten through over 85,000 D-Class personnel.
Shortly after finishing its preparations, SCP-049 quickly closed the distance between the two, killing the subject with a touch to its throat. Afterwards, SCP-049 made a number of considerable alterations to the basic structure of the subject's corpse. The resulting 049-2 instance became animated. Security personnel entered the chamber to move SCP-049 back to containment and were attacked by the instance. The security team dispatched the 049-2 instance, and SCP-049 returned to containment with no resistance, stating that it was pleased with the results.
That's interesting because it implies that SCP-049 doesn't care if they like take out the subjects afterwards.
SCP-049 was provided the corpse of a recently deceased goat. SCP-049 operated on the goat corpse for several days, eventually resulting in an instance of SCP-049-2. SCP-049 expressed pleasure in this outcome, though admitted, "The disease was still in its nascent stage, my veterinarian practice is rudimentary, but the patient responded well to the procedure." Subject: SCP-049. Preface: SCP-049 was provided the corpse of a recently deceased orangutan.
Bro, I was gonna say this thing looks like Bigfoot.
SCP-049 expressed noted gratitude at the provision due to the similarities between the orangutan and common human physiology. Follow-up interview.
We've watched you work for several weeks now, and honestly, I'm not sure I understand what you're doing.
You do not understand the pestilence, even after all this time. Doctor, it is an unspeakable horror, one that has shown its true face many times before.
He definitely thinks he's better than everyone else. He thinks everyone's dumber than him, and he is refusing to explain what it is.
How's your cure any kind of cure at all?
It is a cure. Stricken as it was with the pestilence, this creature is now clean.
This is hardly a creature at all, Doctor. It's not even...
Do not jape with me, sir. You and your colleagues are like so many others, unable to look past minor setbacks to see the salvation taking place before your very eyes.
He's so obsessed with his work, but like also he just feels like he's so misunderstood. Like he feels like no one else can understand the like vision that he sees, right?
Dr. Ham conducted a number of interviews with the subject regarding its anomalous properties, and over time began to note its displeasure with its subjects and the SCP-049-2 instances. On April the 16th, 2017, as Dr. Ham was entering SCP-049's test chamber, the entity began to grow anxious and asked Dr. Ham if he was feeling well. Following protocol, Dr. Ham reminded SCP-049 that the interview was required, and after which the entity became hostile and attacked Dr. Ham, killing him.
Maybe aging is the thing he's going after, dude. And that's why he's saying that everyone's like affected by it.
In the aftermath of this incident, SCP-049 was interviewed by Dr. Sherman.
You killed Raymond Ham, and then butchered him until he...
Not dead. He is cured.
Cured? Cured of what?
The pestilence, sir. I had thought you, at least, would realize what luck it is. I detected it before.
What pestilence? You keep going on and on about this pestilence, but you have not once been able to properly identify this disease.
I'm starting to just think that this guy is just murderous as fuck and does not have a good excuse for doing this shit to people other than he just kind of wants to.
He is a vegetable.
I would not expect you to understand. You and your ilk have proven time and time again not to be men of science, but men of emotion. You cannot appreciate the horrors I have seen. Those many millions who have succumbed to the pestilence and been changed.
Your cure cost Ray his life.
Okay, the more this is going on, I'm also starting to realize I think it's aging. I do think it's aging.
Dr. Ham was sick, and I cured him. I am the only one who can do this. My work must continue. There is still so much to learn, so much
I've had enough of this.
And
Consider your allowances
can be saved.
revoked.
Even you.
Welcome to Containment 049.
Might be saved.
We're done here.
I can save them all. I can cast down this plague once and for all. I can do this. Only me.
Press X to tell? Yeah, he has a god complex, dude. This guy is more and more unlikable.
He was sick. I know he was sick. I know he was. And you are all sick, but I can save you. I can save all of you because I am the cure.
This changes things. He thinks he's the cure. This guy's not okay.
SCP-049, we are conducting this interview to close out our investigation of your actions taken on April 16th.
Living human subjects are the only way to proceed forward, I am decided.
I'm afraid you're going to be disappointed.
Oh, Doctor. I wouldn't be so sure.
Did he, like, take out the doctor after this? What the fuck? That's so ominous. Oh my gosh.
And so concludes SCP-049 The Plague Doctor.
As much as I despise this SCP's personality, I actually really like this SCP.